very nice to meet you. I'm Doctor CalmingEscape. Can you tell me a little bit of what happened to you today? Alright. So, you had an icicle hit your head there. Right. Was it on your left or right side? Okay. So, right over here. Okay. And did it hit the top of your head, or of your forehead, to the side? Where exactly did it fall? Okay. So, alright. Well, offhand, I'm not seeing any wound, cut, scrape, anything of that nature. So I do think you're pretty lucky, but I just want to, move your hair just a tad. Just make sure that there's nothing hiding on your scalp there. Yeah. Did you hear it start to fall, or did it totally surprise you? Okay. Right. And what were you doing out in the cold? Christmas lights. I'm sorry. It's not a good way to end a festive day. Right. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and look a little bit closer here. I'm going to be very gentle. I imagine it's tender. Of course. So just gentle palpations as I kind of move your hair back a little bit. Just see if there's anything. You do have quite the knot up here, but is it tender? So, lucky for you, I do not see an open wound, a cut. So it just gave you a bit of a bump on the head. No, you definitely were right to come in, because when we take a hit to the head, it can be very serious if not treated properly. Yeah. So as of right now, I think you're doing okay. Can probably, no pun intended, but put some ice on that bump. Yeah, I know, that's how you got it in the first place. But I do want to do a couple tests and just make sure that you are clear of any sort of concussion or anything like that. I know it was just an icicle, but I would rather be safe than sorry. And it is quite the knot here on your scalp. Yeah, I can feel it. That might hurt for a couple days there, but it's a decent sized knot, but the swelling doesn't extend over your scalp or down your forehead, so that's a really good sign. Yeah. No, I don't think we need a bandage or any sort of disinfectant, because it didn't break the skin. Just gave you a big old egg up there. Alright, so just to be sure, as I said, I do just want to make sure that you do not have a concussion of any form. Even a little baby one. Right, so I'm going to ask you some questions first, and then I'm going to do some pretty simple tests that are just going to let us know if, that icicle hit you hard enough for a concussion, alright? Of course. Okay. So, well, you are holding a conversation here with me. You don't seem to be, very in and out of speech, or consciousness, yes. So, if you do by chance have the form of a concussion, it may just be minor, but I would just rather check. Okay. So, can you just tell me your name? Just confirm your name for me. Good. Can you confirm your age? And your date of birth? And where are we right now? Perfect. Good. Yes, and what month is it? December. Good. Yes, those pesky Christmas lights got you into this. Okay, so have you ever had a concussion before? Okay. Maybe a minor one when you were young? Okay. Nope, it doesn't make a difference. Just wondering if you've been through this sort of situation before. Okay, so just a little bit of your history here before we do some of those tests for you. Do you have a history of migraines? Headaches? Any sort of eye problems? Do you wear contacts or glasses? You ever had eye surgery? Do you experience motion sickness? Any sort of brain surgery? Okay. And since this incident occurred, since you got knocked in the head there, have you been able to read things? That could be on pages. Perhaps can you see your cell phone all right, a computer screen, even a TV? Are you able to read those all right? And would the electronic devices, does the bright screen bother your eyes? Okay. Any of that make you feel uncomfortable, dizzy, nauseous? Okay. Nothing out of the norm? Alright, so going to do a couple tests, testing some eye movement for you. So for these first couple, I need you to hold your head still, okay? You're going to be moving your eyes, but keeping your head just facing me. Okay, so for this first one, you're just going to look at my finger right here, and I'm going to move it from side to side, and keeping your head still, you're just going to follow it with your eyes. Okay? Right. Now, throughout these tests, if at any point you start to feel extremely dizzy, nauseous, or just something isn't right, just tell me. We can stop. Of course. I don't want you to feel more ill or anything like that. These tests are just going to help us indicate if you have any form of a concussion, alright? Okay, so just let me know if you start to feel uncomfortable. So, keeping your head held still, just follow my finger with your eyes. Yep, just follow my finger. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Yep, good. You feeling all right? Good. Faster. Okay. And any sort of dizziness, nauseous, anything? Okay. So same sort of thing. Holding your head still. We have this finger here and this finger here. And what I want you to do is look back and forth at my fingers. Just your eyes, right? Alright, and go. Feeling all right? A little faster? Any sort of dizziness? Okay. Next one is very similar, but instead of to the sides, we're going to have one finger up here, one finger down here. And just using your eyes, look up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Ready, set, go. A little faster. And any sort of dizziness, nausea. Good, good. You're doing really well. So for this one, you're going to be staring at my thumb here. And what I need you to do, it's kind of a silly motion, but you're going to bounce your head up and down, all while keeping your eyes on my thumb. Do that? Now, once again, if this movement of your head is causing you any sort of discomfort, you start to feel dizzy, anything like that, you can immediately stop, okay? Okay, so just staring at my thumb here, start to bounce your head and just look at my thumb. Any sort of discomfort? You feeling all right? Okay, good. Now the next one is also very similar. We're going to be looking at my thumb once more, but instead of up and down, you're just going to shake your head from side to side, all while looking at my thumb. Okay? Alright, go ahead. And once again, if anything feels uncomfortable or you need to stop, go right ahead. Good. You're all right? Good. And with those tests, you're not feeling lightheaded or anything of that nature? You feel normal? Okay, good. That's what we like to hear. So now I'm going to look a little closer at your eyes, as well as do a little bit of light tracing. Okay. So I'm just going to look a little bit closer to you. Okay. Yep, you can just look at my nose. Okay. Have you noticed any sort of sensitivity to light? Okay, so now I'm just going to shine this light just to get a better look into your eyes and have you follow some movement. But for now, just stare right at my nose. Okay. Yep, that's right at my nose. Right at my nose. Good. Alright, so once again, keeping your head still, just follow my light. Okay. Good. Good. And can you do circles? Corner, 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 just going to have you look at this little eye chart here, okay? With both eyes open. What is the lowest line that you can read here? Good, good. Now, cover your right eye. And what is the lowest line you can read here? Okay. Cover your left eye. Same thing. What's the lowest line you can read? Okay. Good. And just to make sure, can you tell what color shirt I'm wearing? You don't have any sort of trouble with color, are you? Okay. Can you tell me what color my nails are? Alright. Okay. Good. Now, I'm going to take this little cotton swab. I'm going to touch just around different places on your face. Yep. And have you close your eyes, and if you can tell me when I touch your face. Okay? Alright. Close your eyes. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. 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 Alright. Perfect. And did those spots feel soft? Like a cotton swab? Good, okay. You can open your eyes. I'm just going to place my hand here against the side of your face, and if you can just, try to turn your head into my hand. Good. And this side. Good. Good, good. Okay, can you give me a big smile? Frown. Okay. Stick your tongue out. Puff out your cheeks. Put your tongue to the side of your mouth. And the other side. Good. Now, close your eyes really tight. I'm going to try and open them, but just resist, okay? Good. Good. Now, can you go ahead and count to 10 for me? Starting at 1, count to 10. Good. Now, can you count backwards from 10 by 2s? Okay, so 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Okay. Okay. And can you say row, row, row your boat gently down the stream? Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Good. Okay. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer? I'm just kidding, but what is it? Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donder, Blitzen. Sometimes Rudolph. Sometimes Chet, if you've seen the Santa Claus movies. Okay, so last test for you. I'm gonna have you kind of stand up, okay? And just keep in mind, I'm right here. If you start to feel a little dizzy, I'm right here. You're not gonna fall over. I gotcha. What I want you to do is you're gonna close your eyes and you're going to stick your arms out. I just want to test your balance a little bit. So I'm right here next to you. If you start to feel dizzy, you can open your eyes, but let's try and count to 10. Okay, so close your eyes. Stick your arms out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Open your eyes. Good. All right. Okay. So, from what I can see here, I don't think that you have a concussion. Yeah, you pretty much passed the test with flying colors. You're not experiencing any sort of dizziness, nausea. Right, you don't look like you're about to fall asleep or anything worrisome like that. I do think that this icicle just popped you on the head there in the right spot, that you have quite the bump there. It's going to be a little sore, but not hard enough to cause concern, to cause a concussion or anything of that nature. So you are very lucky this holiday season. Right. And as for that bump on your head, as I said, you can, ice it if you like. Try to sleep on the opposite side or the back of your head, just so you don't, it's going to be a little tender to sleep on that side of your head, of course. Pain relief, you can just do any at-home pain relievers, whether that be Tylenol or ibuprofen. Okay, do you have any questions for me? Right. Nope. And your eyes look great. Your speech is doing just fine. Yep, I don't think there's any cause for concern. Just a bump to the head. Alright, well, it was very lovely to see you. I hope that you have a good rest of the holiday season. Be careful with those icicles out there. Alright, now, have a great day.